Hi everyone, welcome back to Omaha's Henry Doorly Zoo and Aquarium. My name's Alyssa.
And I'm Devin.
And today we are here to talk to you about amphibians. Now earlier you all met a Mississippi gopher frog with the keepers.
It was a pretty amazing animal. I think they said it was something called an amphibian.
It was an amphibian.
So I know that a lot of you at home may be wondering, what exactly is an amphibian? It seems a lot like it might be similar to like a snake or a lizard. But I think Alyssa's going to be able to tell us a little bit more about what an amphibian really is.
Yeah, so amphibians are really, really cool. They're actually a lot different than snakes and lizards. Those are reptiles. An amphibian is an animal like a frog. It has wet and moist skin, and it actually can breathe through your skin. Devin, can you point for us what you use to breathe?
Well, I use my lungs. They go through my mouth and my nose, but I've never tried to breathe through my skin before.
Exactly.
Should we try?
Sure, we can try. You ready?
Please.
I don't think this is working.
Try a little longer. No, it's not working for me.
No,
I'm going to use those lungs.
Purple.
I'm going to use those lungs.
Yeah, so they're really, really cool. They have really slimy, wet, and moist skin, so they can breathe through their skin, and they also can drink through their skin too, which I don't think we can do.
No, that's pretty impressive. That might explain why our zookeepers like to use gloves when they handle our amphibians.
It does, because anything on your hands, if you look at your hands, maybe you put lotion on this morning or hand sanitizer to keep your hands clean, that'll go right through the frog's skin, and that's not very good for them.
That can be really dangerous.
Absolutely. It does. Would you like to go over and talk to us some more about animals that are amphibians or maybe not amphibians?
Absolutely. I think we have a fun game that we can play.
That sounds great. All right.
All right, everybody, let's play a game. For this game, I'm going to show you a picture on the screen behind me, and I want you to tell me if it is an amphibian or not. If you think it's an amphibian, I want you to give me a great big ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. And if you think that it is not an amphibian, I want you to roar like a lion. So ribbit, ribbit, roar. Are you ready? All right, first animal. The animal behind me, is it an amphibian or not? Let's hear your answers. I think I hear ribbiting. That's perfect. If you ribbited, you are right. This is absolutely an amphibian. This is a frog, just like we mentioned earlier. Let's see our next animal. Well, this one looks pretty similar. This one's got some scales though. Let's hear. Did I hear roars? If you roared, you are right. This is not an amphibian. This is a reptile. This is actually a lizard. Let's see our next animal. This one, let's hear our response. If you said ribbit, you were right. This is another frog. Absolutely an amphibian. Next animal. Oh, this one's a little bit trickier. This one looks like a frog to me. Let's hear what the audience says. Roar. This one is not. This is actually a type of fish called a frogfish, so not an amphibian. Next one. We're getting trickier over here. Let's see. This one looks like a fish again. We've got some legs. This is an amphibian. This is a juvenile or a baby amphibian. So this is actually something called metamorphosis. They change throughout their life. Amphibians are going to spend a percentage of time of their life in the water, and then sometimes, most of the time, they'll come out of the water like frogs and salamanders do. So this is absolutely an amphibian. You're right. See our next animal. This one's a little bit trickier here. What's this one? Amphibian or no? Not an amphibian. This is another reptile. Roar. Okay, here's another tricky one here. What do we say? Ribbit or roar? Ribbit. Yeah, this is another amphibian. This is another juvenile amphibian. It's going to spend part of its life underwater using those external gills to breathe. Good job, everybody. All right, this one. This looks like another lizard to me. But if you said ribbit, you were right. This is another amphibian. This is a salamander, an adult tiger salamander. Great job, everybody. All right, last one. This one is more tricky. This one is eggs, but is it eggs from an amphibian? It absolutely is. So here at the zoo, we've been doing some amazing work with in vitro fertilization. And what they're actually doing is they're fertilizing these eggs to make new baby amphibians, which is pretty incredible. All right, ooh, one more. This one is very tricky. This one looks like a worm to me, but this one is actually an amphibian. Believe it or not, this is something called a caecilian. This is an amphibian. It's going to spend most of its life in the water, and it lives in places like Southern and Central America, so pretty amazing. So great job, everybody. If you got a lot of those right, I want you to give yourself a great big pat on the back. And we're gonna head back over to Alyssa. She has some fun activities for us to do at home. So let's go over and check out what she's doing. Take it away, Alyssa.
All right, thank you for that, Devin. Now I want to talk about another big word. This word is conservation. Conservation means that we want to help save and protect the animals that we have here around us around the earth. So frogs and amphibians are an animal that we really want to conserve. Did you know that 1/3 of all of the amphibians in the entire world are threatened with extinction?
Wait, 1/3?
Yeah.
That's a huge amount of them.
It is. Out of 6,000 species, 2,000 of them are going extinct.
That is really bad news.
It is. And there's a really big reason why. And that's, remember how we talked about their skin?
Yeah.
Do you remember what's special about their skin?
It's permeable.
It is permeable, so that means that things can go right through their skin. So they drink through their skin and they can breathe through their skin. But because of that, things that get into our lakes like pollution and chemicals also go right through their skin.
Oh my goodness. So anytime we throw things out when we're maybe out on a boat or out near, picnicking, things like that, all of those things could really impact the amphibians, the frogs, and the salamanders that live in that area.
Exactly, and that's why they're called an indicator species. And that means that they're the first ones to get sick if an environment has a problem. So if there's a problem in a lake, you'll be able to tell because the amphibians and the salamanders living inside and around it, they get sick first and they start disappearing.
So they're really important for scientists because we can tell how healthy an area is by how many amphibians are there. So if later this spring and this summer you go to an area where you expect to hear lots of frog songs and you don't hear any, there's a good chance there might be something going on with that habitat. So that's really good information to know.
Yes, it is. All right, so next we are gonna do our activity. We have activity sheets online on our website that you can download and you can do these activities also. So first, we are gonna hop over to do our experiment. I have little lily pads on the floor if you wanna hop over with me.
Oh, okay, you first.
You guys wanna hop like a frog too at home? Ribbit, ribbit.
Sound effects, just the whole deal. Okay.
Gosh, you sound effects.
I was never very good hopscotch. Okay, let's see what our next activity is.
All right.
I'm gonna grab the mic.
Sounds good. It's important for them to be able to hear us.
Absolutely. So let's hear a little bit more of our activity.
So our activity today has to do with that really cool, what was the word you used again?
Permeable?
Permeable, exactly. Permeable skin that amphibians have. So here with me, I have 2 eggs, which are hard boiled. So if you break them open, you don't have to worry about eggs going everywhere. So you want to hard boil your eggs. And I have some food coloring you can use. I have some dried food coloring here, but you can also use liquid. And then I have some water. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this food coloring right into the cup to change the color. And then this shell of the egg is gonna act like the frog skin. So all of the coloring can go right. We're gonna see if it will go through the shell of the egg. So we're gonna put the egg inside of this water.
Alyssa, nothing happened.
Well, you gotta wait. So we're gonna give this 24 hours one day, and then we're gonna come back and see if when we peel the egg, if any of the color got through the shell and got inside the egg.
So this is an activity you should do at home, and you can actually take pictures of your results and post them to us so we can see what color your eggs turn.
And you can post them to us and share your e-learning journey through our hashtag, #ThisIsHowWeZoo. We wanna see how your experiments end up.
Absolutely. And you can check back in tomorrow at 2 o'clock for more activities from Omaha's Henry Doorly Zoo and Aquarium. Thanks everybody for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye. And now I will kiss my frog and it will turn into a prince. Mwah. Ah! What?
Really?